Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a place that, on paper, should not exist. A place that defied all logic, all expert predictions, and all historical precedent to become the most successful retail venture in the world. We are talking about the Apple Store, but this isn't a story about architecture or sales figures. It's a story about frustration. It's a story about a leader who was so obsessed with his customers' experience that he decided to take on an entire industry that everyone else was running away from. In the year 2000, retail was dying, especially computer retail. So when Steve Jobs announced his plan, the business world didn't just disagree, they openly mocked him. They called it an act of hubris, a fatal mistake, but they were looking at the balance sheets. Steve Jobs was looking at something else entirely. He was looking at the soul of his brand. This is the mind story of the thinking that built the Apple Store. To understand why Jobs took this massive gamble, you have to understand the nightmare of buying a computer in the late 1990s. The experience was miserable. You would walk into a big box store like CompUSA or Best Buy, a vast, soulless warehouse filled with endless aisles of brown and beige boxes. The salesmen, who worked on commission, knew little about the products and cared even less. Their only goal was to sell you the box with the highest margin, often pushing a low-quality PC with a dozen add-ons you didn't need. For Apple, this was a disaster. Jobs and his team were pouring their souls into creating these beautiful, simple, and colorful iMacs. They had reinvented the personal computer as a lifestyle product, but then they had to hand their art over to these indifferent retailers. It was like a master chef cooking a gourmet meal, only to have it served cold on a dirty paper plate by a waiter who hated his job. The crucial last 10 feet of the customer's journey, the moment of purchase, was a complete betrayal of the Apple brand. Even worse, a cautionary tale was staring them right in the face: Gateway. The PC company had opened its own chain of Gateway country stores across America, and by 2000 the venture was a spectacular failure, losing millions of dollars and forcing them to close hundreds of locations. The lesson seemed clear to everyone: computer companies cannot do retail. The board at Apple was terrified. They pointed to Gateway as proof that Jobs' plan was suicidal. The financial press was unanimous in its prediction of doom. Every logical sign pointed to stop. But Jobs wasn't looking at the logic. He was looking at the experience. I just came from a CompUSA. It was a complete disaster. Our beautiful iMac, the product we bled for, it was stuck in the back corner next to some ugly beige Dell. The salesman didn't even know how to turn it on. He tried to sell the customer a Windows PC because the margin was higher. This is insane. We are spending millions on marketing, on building the best products in the world, and then we're letting these idiots control the last and most important part of the experience. It's a complete betrayal of the work. The board is scared. They keep throwing Gateway in my face. Gateway. Gateway. They don't understand. Gateway's mistake wasn't opening stores. Their mistake was opening boring stores. They just built a smaller version of the same soulless warehouse. They were still just selling boxes. That's not what we're going to do. A shift in thought from frustration to creation. We're not going to build a store. We're going to build a place, a destination. It shouldn't be about transactions. It should be about experiences. People should be able to come and play with the products, touch them, use them, fall in love with them. No pressure, no commissions, just exploration. The staff, they shouldn't be salespeople. They should be geniuses. Creative people who can show you how to edit a movie or make a photo album. They should be there to solve problems, not to sell boxes. The layout, it has to be simple. Not aisles of products, but stations based on what people want to do. Music, movies, photos. It should be organized around life, not around product categories. And the design, it has to be the physical embodiment of the Apple brand. Wood, steel, glass, clean. Raj, a minimalist. It should feel like you're walking into one of our products. They all think this is a retail plan. They think it's about revenue per square foot. It's not. This is a marketing plan. This is the biggest, most powerful ad we will ever create. The store is the brand. It's the ultimate statement. It's where we can finally control the whole story, from start to finish. Yes, it's a gamble, a huge one. But the risk of doing nothing, of letting other people tell our story for us, that risk is far, far greater. This thought process was a complete rejection of retail orthodoxy. Jobs wasn't trying to build a better computer store. He was trying to build something entirely new. His success was built on 3 contrarian principles that everyone else had missed. Principle number 1, control the entire experience. This was the core driver. Jobs was obsessed with the user experience, and he realized that the experience didn't start when you turned the computer on. It started the moment you thought about buying it. He knew that to protect the brand and properly communicate the value of his products, Apple had to control the entire customer journey. The lesson here is profound. Your brand is not what you say it is. It's what your customer experiences. By letting third-party retailers control the final, crucial step, Apple was letting them define its brand as confusing and mediocre. By taking control, Jobs ensured that the purchase experience was as elegant and simple as the products themselves. Principle number 2, the store is the brand's most powerful marketing. While the board saw the stores as a massive cost center, Jobs saw them as a powerful marketing vehicle. He understood that in a world of increasing digital noise, a physical space could be the ultimate brand statement. The Apple Store wasn't designed to maximize sales per square foot, though it ironically ended up doing just that. It was designed to be a physical embodiment of the brand's values: simplicity, creativity, and elegance. People could come in, use the internet for free, play with the devices, and get help from a friendly expert, all without any pressure to buy. The stores generated immense goodwill and became cultural hubs, a far more powerful form of marketing than any TV ad. The lesson: don't think of your point of sale as a transaction point. Think of it as your most immersive advertisement. Principle number 3, sell the benefit, not the box. The layout of the Apple Store was revolutionary. Traditional stores were organized by product category. Monitors here, printers there. The Apple Store was organized by what you could do. There was a section for music, one for movies, one for photography. This was a genius psychological shift. It moved the conversation away from technical specifications, the box, and towards creative outcomes, the benefit. Customers didn't come to buy a computer with a certain processor speed. They came to find a tool that would help them edit their family photos or create a home movie. The Genius Bar was the ultimate expression of this, a place dedicated to solving problems and empowering users, not just selling warranties. The lesson: people don't buy products, they buy better versions of themselves. Sell the solution, not the tool. The world has changed since 2001, but the principles behind the Apple Store are more relevant than ever, for any kind of business, big or small, online or offline. First, obsess over your last 10 feet. Whether you have a physical store, an e-commerce website, or are just selling your services as a freelancer, what is the final point of contact with your customer? Is it a confusing checkout process on your website? Is it a poorly written confirmation email? Is it a rushed final meeting? That last 10 feet is what your customer will remember. Map out that final step and make it as beautiful, simple, and reassuring as possible. Your brand is defined by its final impression. Second, think of your store as your best content. Your website's homepage, your Instagram profile, your physical office, these are not just functional spaces. They are marketing opportunities. Do they tell a story? Do they embody your values? Instead of just showing what you sell, can you use your space, digital or physical, to educate, inspire, or entertain your customers? Turn your store into a destination that people want to visit, even if they're not ready to buy today. Finally, organize around your customers' problems, not your product's features. Look at your website navigation or your sales pitch. Is it organized around your product categories? Model X, Model Y, Model Z? Or is it organized around the problems your customer is trying to solve? For families, for professionals, for creativity. By shifting your perspective from your own inventory to your customer's life, you create a much more intuitive and welcoming experience. Stop selling the box and start selling the benefit. That's how you turn customers into fans. When the first Apple Store opened in May 2001, the experts were ready to write its obituary. Instead, it became a phenomenon. It achieved, within 3 years, the highest sales per square foot of any retailer in the world, a record it has held for most of its existence. The story of the Apple Store is the ultimate lesson in contrarian thinking. It teaches us that when everyone is running in one direction, that is often the precise moment to stop, question the underlying assumptions, and consider walking the other way. Steve Jobs didn't listen to the experts, the data, or even his own board. He listened to his frustration as a customer, and in doing so, he didn't just build a store. He built a modern-day town square, a temple to his brand, and a testament to the idea that in business, the experience is everything.